Bear down, Bears fans. Today we're going to preview tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, and it starts right now. If you are new to the channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly and we don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. Also, shout out to the fine people over at Martinelli Originals. They're the people that give us these lovely Chicago Bears logo heads. Make sure to check them out in the descriptions below. Also, make sure to check out obviousshirts.com. obviousshirts.com, the finest in your obvious Chicago sports slogan. Everything from Javi Baez is good at baseball to Khalil Mack will sack your quarterback, especially for tonight. Let's hope that last one is right. Be sure to check out the link below and enter the promo code TheBreeze10 to get 10% off on your final order. Now, let's get to the video. Oh, the 5-4 Bears, 5-4. How'd we get here? The 5-4 Bears going up against the 3-5 Minnesota Vikings. Vikings come into this game with a lot of energy on their side, with Dalvin Cook dominating teams left and right, and basically they've taken the approach that we're going to run our offense through him and we're not going to allow Kirk Cousins to beat us. When you look at what Minnesota's game plan basically is now, it's literally snap, turn around, give the ball to Dalvin Cook, let Dalvin Cook, see what happens. Oh, he cooked him again. I mean, last week going off for 206 yards, 9.4 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I think he's doing pretty good. He's going to be a tough one for the Chicago Bears to stop coming into this week. Now, the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope versus Dalvin Cook is, like I said in our 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory, if you can contain the outsides, if you can keep Dalvin Cook running to the middle like we did with Derrick Henry last week. Last week, the Bears did an excellent job on Derrick Henry. They played Derrick Henry completely different than I expected them to. Not to say that I didn't think that's how you should play Derrick Henry, but I didn't expect it to work for the Bears because we hadn't seen them stop the run all year. So it was good to see them be able to stop the run last week versus Derrick Henry, versus an elite running back, holding him to only 66 yards of total rushing offense. And so it does give me a little bit of hope versus Dalvin Cook, but not much, because if Dalvin Cook is able to turn that corner, get to that outside edge, it's going to be really, really tough to stop him from doing what he wants to do. Now, when you look at what the Bears do versus this Vikings team, it does give me a little bit of hope. They've had a lot of recent success against the Vikings. They've really shut them down, especially Dalvin Cook. He's only played 3 career games versus the Chicago Bears. In those 3 games against the Chicago Bears, Dalvin Cook has carried the ball 34 times for 86 rushing yards and 2.5 yards a carry. So the Bears have had Dalvin Cook's number, and we play these guys enough that we kind of know what their game plan is going to be, even if Dalvin Cook is trying to run it. The key to this game for the Bears is going to be to get Kirk Cousins to play quarterback, which is something that a lot of teams have not been able to do. Kirk Cousins has really only been throwing the ball maybe 15 to 20 times a game. Very hard to stop a quarterback who's doing that. Now, the thing is, he's been very effective with what he's done. So this Bears defense is really, really going to have to come out and be on his toes, because when he does drop back to pass, it's not like they don't have weapons at the wide out position. You got to watch out for Justin Jefferson. You've got to watch out for Adam Thielen. These are 2 guys that can kill you down the field, especially if Kirk is able to deliver a good ball to him. And he's been able to do that these last few weeks. Like I said, he hasn't thrown the ball much, but he's thrown the ball well and very precise when he has thrown it. And so just for the defensive side of the ball, this is not going to be an easy game for the Chicago Bears. Now, before I continue with the video, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know how you guys feel about Monday night's game. Do you think the Chicago Bears can pull out this victory, or is this going to be a W for the Vikings? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down to talk with each and every one of you. Now, when you look at the Bears on the offensive side of the ball, we possibly could see a little bit of an uptick because Bill Lazor is coming in. A lot of times these are the moves that get those guys excited, and Nick Foles can use it. He's still yet to have a game where he's had over 7 yards per attempt for the Bears, and so you really want to see him get this offense going, especially through the air. Now, you want to see the running game get going. It's going to be tough because the Bears are coming in tonight with no David Montgomery. Still, I believe Lamar Miller is supposed to be activated, but still haven't gotten the official word on that. I'm recording this kind of early, so if that word does come throughout the day, that's somebody else you have to look at. But if not, we're going to bat with with Cordero Patterson and Ryan Nall at the running back position. So it's definitely going to be an interesting sight running the ball for sure. And then you're hoping that bringing in Bill Lazor does give you that uptick in offense, like I said, and gets you in a rhythm. If they're able to get into a rhythm, if they're able to move smoothly, like Nick Foles has wanted to do the last couple of weeks, you could change things for your team, for sure. You could absolutely change things for this team. The problem is you have to do that consistently, and we haven't seen them be able to do that. We've seen them get it kind of going here and there, and then it kind of sputters out. The most important thing for the Bears tonight is going to be rhythm and discipline. Don't disrupt your own rhythm. Keep moving that ball down the field on the Vikings if you can, because it's not like this is an unstoppable team that you're facing on the other side. This is a team that you've beaten before. This is a team that you've done well against, and when you think about it, it's a team that you normally beat with your backups. You beat them with Chase Daniel in there, I believe twice. I think Mitch has only played in one of the matchups. I could be wrong there, but I believe Mitch has only completed one of the matchups. So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for the Bears to come out and get a W tonight with Nick Foles. But you got to get this offense going. You have to get Nick Foles comfortable, have to get him comfortable with his receivers tonight. I want to see a heavy dose of Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson. And listen, with a smattering of Anthony Miller in there if you can. You finally made the switch with the play caller. Hopefully that does give you more of a rhythm. And hopefully the fact that Matt Nagy is able to oversee the entire game will cut down on some of those silly mistakes, some of the mistakes that you're sitting there stuck looking at them like, come on guys, did we really just do this? Did we really just, we were going for a first down, we got somebody on the line that pops up, and then we're still gonna go for it because we got to go for it, and Jimmy Graham pops up, and now we got 2 false starts in a row, we're back 10 yards, now we're punting. Hopefully those are the things that get cleaned up by the fact that Matt Nagy has turned over the play calling, because he's able to oversee the entire game now, and he's not just staring at his play sheet trying to get his next play in. If I were gonna predict a score tonight, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like it's very tough sitting up here picking the Bears, but I'm actually going to pick the Bears to win this one on Monday night because they've done so well against the Vikings. Now, granted, this could be the game where it all changes. You've got one team sliding and one team climbing. This is the time for the Vikings to take over. There's so many playoff implications, but I am going to say Bill Lazor gives you a little bit of offensive uptick. I'm actually going to pick the Bears to win this game 28-17. I know, nobody panic, I know. And I'm actually going to pick them to hold Dalvin Cook to under 100 yards rushing, which causes Kirk Cousins to play quarterback. And for the Chicago Bears, that is always a good scenario. But I want to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comments below. I will be down there talking with each and every one of you. It is your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our content. Click the playlist here or check the links in the description below. And as always, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.